Well, hello, hello. It's been a while, hasn't it? Welcome back to PSO2, and today we're actually going to cover the newest Divide quest. I say newest, but it's the first Divide quest. I'm just being a little cheeky. I'm sorry that I didn't make a video on this right away. It's been a crazy few weeks. Yeah, the same old excuse. But anyways, yeah, Divide quests are pretty weird. I mean, they're kind of... I'd say they're kind of a combination of extreme quests and endless quests. But, the rewards that you get from them aren't that bad. And they've introduced the newest weapon series that you will grind endlessly for. So yeah, I'm gonna be busy for a few months trying to get that all down. And here I thought that I was free from all that grinding because I recently just completed my Liberate double saber and now I have to grind for another weapon. Sad. You hate to see it. But regardless, let's go ahead and jump into Divide quests and, see how they work. Alright, please put us somewhere. Okay. So for this one, all you have to do is just kill all the enemies. You'll notice that there are rings around certain enemies. Those enemies, when they die, they blow up and damage the surrounding enemies. So, yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just use the enemies with the circles to kill the enemies without the circles. Like so. Oh, well. That's unfortunate. Yeah, sometimes you'll get stuff like... Excuse me. Okay, there we go. Yeah, sometimes the enemies are laid out like that so that they chain off of each other. But then sometimes lag decides, no, it's not going to work like that. So, yeah. Also, if you're wondering why I'm zooping around like a madman, it's because certain stages will give you certain benefits or detriments. And you kind of have to read up on which ones would benefit you the most. Other than that, there's not really much I can say. You're definitely going to want to go for an S rank on all of these stages, which it's not hard to do. Just, you need to be smart with how you play. There we go. Now we have an S rank, so technically our job is done here, but killing enemies, it's not really going to be a bad thing for us if we clear the stage. Are you kidding me? A Dark Falls? Alright. But anyways, there we have it. Just break the crystal. I got stuff. That's cool. I'm not really hurting for X cubes right now, so I can just ignore those. So here's another one, which is Search and Destroy. All you have to do is collect enough crystals in order to fill up that gauge up there, and you'll get the S rank. Another thing about this mission, though, is that if I can show you. But yeah, those are the devices over there. I'll go ahead and grab these two. And you know, gaining points isn't just done by collecting crystals. There are also certain target enemies. So like that one gives us a decent amount of points. I believe out of the target enemies, there's always going to be one small enemy and one mid-boss type enemy. And as tempting as it might be to go for the points of the mid-boss enemies, they're not really worth it. You spend way more time trying to kill a mid-boss than you would just gaining points normally. So anyways, we got our S rank, so it's all good. All we really need to focus on is getting all 20 of the devices. Which we are about halfway through. Now, we want to do all of this quick because after a certain amount of time has passed, well, if we see it. Actually, I think we're gonna be able to get all of these before that happens. Alright, we got all of them, so we just need to warp out of here. But if you take too long, it'll start raining, it'll start doing this. It's called the interference rain, and you'll start taking a lot of damage over time. And if you wait even longer than that, it'll just outright kill you, so you are timed, technically, on that one. And the amount of boxes right here is dependent on how many devices you halted. So if we halted 20 devices, we got 20 boxes. Simple, yes? And you'll want as many boxes as you want. You'll want as many boxes as you can get, because that's how you get divide medals, and it's good for divide medal farm, which is absolutely warranted given how much of those things you need in order to get like the new weapons. So got another search and destroy missions. Obviously you want to take these over anything else because, well, they'll give you the better rewards. But since I already showed you this, we'll just go ahead and skip ahead to whenever something new happens. Where the heck is anything? Oh no, the rain. Oh dear. Alright, we just need to find the last few devices. Oh, we're kinda screwed, aren't we? Okay, we need to teleport out of here. Whew. Oh man. Oh no, my boost ran out. So boss ones they're also pretty easy. I honestly prefer boss ones over just destroying all the enemies. So the boss in question will have a lot more HP than it usually does. But other enemies will start spawning, and as you kill them, they'll give you an attack buff, which means you'll be able to do more damage to the boss. And it's really how you're expected to be able to kill these things in time. And the attack buffs do make a difference. Like, look at how much damage we're doing compared to how we were doing before we killed that enemy. Couldn't skip his DM though, so go ahead and do this. Honestly, I'm glad that they're using this boss more. It was always such a shame that he was tied into the loser EQ. And now anytime we see loser, it's just either the Omega version or Profound Invasion. But yeah. So I think, I don't know how many enemies actually can spawn, but it's more than enough to the point where you can actually solo these types of quests. And of course, since we have reached the 5th step, we can take on the boss. So for the first few set of steps, we get the boss that we're about to fight. They do change later on, and hopefully I'll be able to show those off, because they're pretty neat bosses. But here we got this dude. Now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to focus on his bum. Because that part is a breakable part, and it's very important that we break it. Alright, it's broken, which means that he's going to switch to his other form, which is a lot faster and way more aggressive. But this is the only form in which he can be stunned like this, and you stun him by burning him. So yeah, very important that you break that part and do all of this. And that's his DM, which I haven't exactly figured out how to best deal with that. But he's got some pretty cool attacks. Pretty cool fight. Kind of easy, but pretty cool. Though it gets a lot harder later on. But yeah, those were the first 5 steps. Honestly, they're not too bad. I will say that because we didn't see it here, and I'm most likely just going to be covering the other bosses, there is one more type of quest that is tailored to Divide quests. And those are the tower defense types of quests, which are a pain in the ass. You definitely want to avoid them no matter what. But hopefully I don't have to show those. But hey, we'll see. We'll see. Well, hello. Here I'm gonna show you a run of step 30. This is gonna have both of the other optional, well, not, I wouldn't say optional, but the other 2 bosses that can possibly show up in the later floors, which are Varuna and Shiva, or Mitra, pretending to be Shiva. They're both at level 100, and they're both pretty scary. You have to fight them at the same time, and it can be a real pain. Like not getting S rank. S rank is pretty easy, but trying to actually kill these two can be a challenge. I would say Shiva is far more threatening than Varna. Varna kind of just, his attacks are, I mean, they're easy. He's very easily telegraphable. And I kind of like to focus on Varna first, because trying to fight Shiva or Mitra while Varna is just walking to you and trying to slap you, it's nuts. And that's one of his more dangerous attacks, when he does that sort of attack that it's kind of like Etwile's double saber PA. I forget the name. I don't use double saber that much. But yeah, there's not really much that I can say. These two are exactly the same as they are in the story, except whereas in the story you fight them separately, you're fighting them together this time. But yeah, attacks that you want to watch out for are Varna's Blade Destruction type attack. And all of Shiva's attacks are pretty dangerous. I don't spend a whole lot of time in this recording fighting Shiva as I do fighting Varna. The best way to like deal with these is to either split off into two groups. Two people handle Shiva, two people handle Varna, or just have one person distracting Varna while three of you are on Shiva. I mean, I don't really know which strategy works best, but yeah. This is also a pug that I just joined. It wasn't done with my actual group or people that I know. So, honestly, for a pug, this wasn't too bad. We don't end up killing both of them, but we do get the S rank. And yeah, like I said, Shiva's attacks are pretty dangerous. All of them. Every last one. And I don't think that I really, yeah, I definitely don't fight Shiva much here. But with Shiva, you're going to want to make sure that you're attacking her and not her chair. Because you could end up attacking her chair and yeah, like you see there, it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. You're going to want to make sure that you actually have good, you're going to want to make sure you're hitting her, not her chair. I'm sorry. It's pretty early in the morning. I'm tired. I'm trying to get this video out. But yeah, we did. It's a shame that we didn't get to beat Shiva, but I mean, hey, it's like what happens in the story, you know, she gets away. It's like poetry, it rhymes. But regardless, that's step 30. The only other fight that can show up in step 30 or in those later steps are a golden rare variants of the boss that we fought back in like step 5. The only difference is that he's golden, and yeah. So I guess we're gonna be finishing up this video. Take it away, me. Honestly, Divide quests seem pretty easy, at least when you're partied up with people who know what they're doing. But honestly, I think that as cool as Divide quests are, I can't help but feel that it's going to be the last piece of very interesting content that we're going to be getting for a while, because the next major patch is just going to have ultra hard VR tower defense, and I mean, tower defense is okay, but it's not really my thing. And I don't think that the weapons that they're going to introduce there are really worth my time. But hey. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time, okay? Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye-bye. All right.